All rise. All rise.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for Thursday, September 4th. The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of September will apply to all of the hearings on this calendar. As we get started in here this afternoon, I will call each of you into the courtroom one at a time. I'll ask one of you to stand behind this gray podium here in front of me in the courtroom. I'll ask the next two people I intend to call into the courtroom to line up in the two chairs right. Is there one next to you too? Okay. So these two chairs right here, the one where this gentleman is sitting next to him, if you will, please listen carefully for your name. Move first from where you are now to the second chair, then I'll ask you to move into the first chair, then into the courtroom. I know that seems a little bit silly, but I promise you all that will make this calendar move much faster. So if you would please listen for your name and follow the chairs into the courtroom, I think everybody would appreciate that. Once you work your way into the courtroom, I will start by asking you to state your full name and date of birth. Then I will explain to you why you're here this afternoon. You all have the right to the assistance of counsel in a criminal case. When you're in the courtroom, I will tell you whether you qualify for the appointment of a public defender. Whether or not you get a public defender, you always have the right to hire a private lawyer to defend you if you wish to have a private lawyer. When you're in the courtroom, I will also give you the next court hearing dates and times that you'll be required to attend after this court hearing. The last thing that we'll do while you're in here is talk about whether you are legally eligible for release from custody. If you are, we will go over on what terms and conditions you could be released. In addition to that right to the assistance of counsel, you all also have the right to remain silent. Anything that you do choose to say in the courtroom here this afternoon will be preserved on the recording, and it can be used against you at any point down the line in these proceedings. Even if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, that lawyer will not be present here in the courtroom this afternoon. Your lawyer will be present for the first time at your next court hearing. Because you won't have a lawyer in here this afternoon, but anything you say in here could be used against you, I will strongly caution all of you not to make any statements regarding the facts that brought you here. I encourage you to save any questions, comments, statements that you might feel inclined to make about the facts of your case. Save those for a hearing where you have a lawyer present to discuss that with before you make any statements to the court that you then can't take back. Last thing I'll tell you all before we get started is that all of the information you get while you're standing in the courtroom will be given to you in a written document called a release order. The officers in the courtroom will hand you that document when you're done in here and you step back into the room that you're in right now. So please don't feel like you need to memorize all the information we go through when you're in the courtroom, but do please keep that paperwork with you wherever you go from here this afternoon. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If we could I please have Gamaliel Avila Sanchez into the courtroom behind the gray podium. Stephen Wiggins, if you would please work your way to the first chair right inside the door. Anthony King, if I could ask you to please work your way to the second chair. All right, can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Gamaliel Avila Sanchez, 02-1305, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. You are here on two different matters. The first matter that you're here on is an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. It is a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that new allegation. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation that new charge violates Term 1 of your probation. In both the probation case and the new case, I've appointed a public defender to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 10th and then a preliminary hearing September 12th. Those two will both be at 8:30 downtown in the Superior Court on the new case. Your next court hearing in the probation matter will be a revocation arraignment September 11th at 8:30. So you'll have court 3 days in a row, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, all at 8:30, all in the Superior Court downtown. On the new misconduct involving weapons allegation, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond, but on the probation matter, you're not eligible for release on bond. So what that means is you will be held in custody without bond at least until you see the probation judge on September 11th. Because you will not be bond eligible at least until the 11th, you should wait until after that hearing on the 11th before attempting to post your bond on the new case. Do you understand that information?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Stephen Wiggins, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. King, if you would please shift over, and then if I could have Alan Nimmer in the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth, sir?
Stephen Wiggins, October 12, 1962.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wiggins. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of burglary in the 1st degree, that is a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of aggravated assault by impeding breathing, alleged to be a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support the aggravated assault allegation, but I did not find probable cause to support the burglary allegation. My finding of no probable cause on that burglary allegation does not mean it is legally dismissed. It is possible that the county attorney's office will still file formal charges on that allegation, but I am not considering the burglary allegation to determine your release conditions. I am only considering the aggravated assault allegation. I did appoint a lawyer to defend you. That public defender will represent you against any charges formally filed as a result of this arrest. So if that burglary allegation is charged, the public defender will represent you against that. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 10th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing September 12th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On the aggravated assault allegation, you have a $15,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond prior to your physical release from custody, you will be affixed with an ankle monitor for electronic monitoring. If you post that bond and you're released on that ankle monitor, you cannot go back to the scene where the alleged underlying events took place. You cannot have contact in any fashion with the alleged victim. You could not possess any weapons or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription if you were released from custody. And whether or not you're released from custody, if any orders of protection have been or are later served upon you, you must strictly comply with the terms of those orders. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Okay, Anthony King, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Christopher Montano, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth, sir?
Anthony J. King, Senior, 7/28/85.
Thank you, Mr. King. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of aggravated driving under the influence. It is a Class 4 felony. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation that new DUI allegation violated Term 1 of your probation. I have found probable cause in both cases, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you in the new case and the probation case. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 10th and a preliminary hearing September 12th, both in the new case, both at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Your next court hearing in the probation matter will be a revocation arraignment September 11th at 8:30.
Okay.
So your court hearings are the 10th, 11th, and 12th, all at 8:30 downtown. On the new case, you have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. On the probation matter, your bond is $500. So your total bond is $3,000. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And if you are released from custody and you do not have a valid driver's license, you cannot operate a motor vehicle. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. King. You can step back and get your paperwork. Alan Nimmer, if you would work your way into the courtroom, please. Jorge Holguin Arcenega, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Alan Nimmer? Yeah, it's this guy here.
Yeah, he's gonna take a little bit.
Okay.
You ready?
Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Alan Lambert, January 12th, 1968.
Thank you, Mr. Neimer. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, that's a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you. Okay, you can take that up with the trial court judge. Come on back, sir, we're not done. The trial court judge is the one that has to order you, that can give you an order to represent yourself. Okay, your next court hearings will be a status conference September 10th and then a preliminary hearing September 12th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $1,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot go back to the location where you were allegedly trespassing, and you can't possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Okay, thanks for your patience, Mr. Neimer. Now we're done. You can go ahead and step back. Christopher Montano, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. D'Antoni Taylor, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Chris Montano, 51282.
Thank you very much. You are here on 2 different matters. The first one is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of disorderly conduct, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of causing criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and 1 count of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those new misdemeanor offenses, and I determined you are entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That lawyer, though, will be appointed for you by the next judge you see at your next court hearing. That hearing will be an arraignment hearing September 9th. It will be at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Surprise Municipal Court. On that new case, you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a warrant also issued by the Surprise Municipal Court. That warrant is a pre-adjudication warrant on a misdemeanor driving under the influence case. It's probably a failure to appear warrant, but I don't know that for sure. If you don't already have a lawyer on that misdemeanor DUI case, same thing, you will get one appointed for you by the next judge at your next court hearing. Hearing is going to be the same, so it will also be an arraignment September 9th at 1:30. So the good news is you only have 1 hearing date and time, but please remember you'll have 2 cases heard on that calendar when you get to court on the 9th. Okay, on the warrant case, you have a $50 bond. So your total bond is $1,550, all secured appearance. If you post that bond and you're released from custody, once you're out of custody, you can't return to the scene where the alleged new offenses took place, and you can't have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses of those offenses. If you're released from custody, you also cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And whether or not you're released from custody, if any orders of protection have been or are later served upon you, you still have to comply very strictly with the terms of those orders. Do you understand all of those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Montano. You can step back and get your paperwork. Jorge Olguin Arcenega, if you would work your way into the courtroom, please. Guadalupe Ramos, if you would work your way to the second chair. May I please have your name and date of birth?
Jorge Holguin, 6/1891.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olguin. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3, 4, 7, and 14 of your probation. You might already have a lawyer assigned to represent you in that probation case. If you do, that lawyer will stay on and defend you. If you don't yet have a lawyer, a public defender will be present to represent you at your next court hearing. That hearing is going to be a probation revocation arraignment hearing. It will be September 19th. It will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown, and you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once you're out of custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. D'Antoni Taylor, if you would work your way into the courtroom, please. Brittany Wintermeyer to the second chair. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Can you give it to me and give me your date of birth, please?
Oh, it's fine. Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is D'Antoine. So basically, it's just Antoine with the D in front.
Got it. Okay.
So my birthday is October 1st, 1993.
Thank you very much. And your last name is Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. You are here on an initial arrest warrant issued by the Country Meadows Justice Court. The underlying allegation in that case is 1 count of misdemeanor assault. You are entitled to a court-appointed lawyer on that case at a minimum for purposes of release conditions. That lawyer is going to be appointed for you by the Country Meadows judge at your next court hearing. That hearing is going to be an arraignment hearing September 9th. It'll be at 8:30 in the Country Meadows Justice Court. And on that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, in addition to getting yourself to that hearing September 9th, you will also be ordered not to have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses of that underlying assault allegation, if there are any and you know who they are. You also cannot possess any weapons or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription if you're released from custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to say that I'm working 2 jobs at TD Prince, I also do DoorDash, and I have a son and a daughter who's 9 and 12. I just got a new house out in Avondale, and I promise you I can get to that court date. If it's possible, maybe I can get on an ankle monitor, whatever you guys need, supervised, anything. I
can't put you on supervised release because the underlying case is outside the jurisdiction of this court. So you will have to post the bond imposed by the issuing court to get out of custody. It looks like for whatever reason they wanted a $545 bond. So I already cut that down to $500 even just because I think that will make it easier. But you will have to post that in order to get out of custody.
All right.
Okay, anything else or any other questions?
No, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Taylor. You can step back and get your paperwork. Guadalupe Ramos, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Troy Velasquez, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Guadalupe Ramos.
And what's your date of birth?
12/21/1994.
Thank you very much. You are here on 4 probation violation warrants. In all 4 cases, petitions to revoke your probation allege that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you in all 4 cases. Your next court hearing in all 4 matters will be a revocation arraignment September 11th. It'll be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On each of the 4 warrants, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. That means your total bond will be $2,000. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions? Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Brittany Wintermeyer, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Juan Herrera, if you please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Brittany Wintermeyer, 10/7/96.
I'm sorry, did you say 10/7/92?
96.
Thank you very much. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I've appointed a lawyer to defend you in that probation case. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment September 11th. It'll be at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $150 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
So that means I'm staying?
If you don't post that bond, you'll stay in custody at least until your hearing on September 11th.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? All right, thank you, Ms. Wintermeyer. You can step back and get your paperwork. Troy Velasquez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Jessica Pearson, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Troy Flores Velasquez, 8/28/65.
Thank you, Mr. Velasquez. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I have appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment September 11th. It'll be at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $100 secured appearance bond.
Okay.
If you post that and you're released from custody, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once you're out of custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Juan Herrera, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Anthony Medina, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Juan Martinez, 1182.
Thank you, Mr. Herrera. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 18th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing the 22nd. Both of those hearings will be at 8:30 in the morning in the Superior Court downtown. Mr. Herrera, I am inclined to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to both of those next court hearings. You would also be required to contact pretrial services once you get out of custody. You would get their contact information in a packet with your release paperwork. Upon release, you would also be ordered not to return to the scene where you were arrested on these allegations, and you could not possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions and agree that you will abide by them if released without a bond?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Herrera. You can step back and get your paperwork. Jessica Pearson, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Aiden Berkheimer, if you would work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jessica Suzanne Pearson, 12/23/86.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pearson. You are here on an arrest warrant issued after a direct complaint was filed. A direct complaint is a written document that alleges new allegations against you. The allegations in that direct complaint are 2 counts of dangerous drug possession, 2 counts of narcotic drug possession. All 4 of those are Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, which is a Class 6 felony. The warrant alleges that those offenses were all committed February 18th of 2023. I have appointed a lawyer to defend you against those allegations. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 18th and then a preliminary hearing September 22nd. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am inclined to release you to the direction of pretrial services. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon release, though, you would be supervised by pretrial and required to contact them as soon as you get out of custody. Their contact information will be provided in a packet with your release order. Once you get out of custody, in addition to getting yourself to those court hearings and contacting pretrial services, you would also be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you're released without a bond?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pearson. You can step back and get your paperwork. Anthony Medina, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Amara Harrison, if you would work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Anthony Medina, April 1st, 1991.
Did you say April 1st or 8/1st?
April.
April. Okay, thank you, Mr. Medina. You are here on a failure to comply with court terms warrant issued by the Goodyear Municipal Court. It looks like the underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor disorderly conduct allegation. Because this is a post-adjudication misdemeanor warrant, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. What that means is if you want a lawyer to work with you in this case going forward and you don't already have one, you'll have to hire one at your own expense. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing September 24th. It'll be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I do intend to release you on your own recognizance on this warrant. That means you would get out of custody. You wouldn't have to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to the Goodyear Court September 24th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And upon release, you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Medina, and agree that you'll abide by them?
Yes, Your Honor. And I also got released in January, and they gave me 3 days to go to court, and I went, and I forgot the judge's name, his name. I showed up.
In Goodyear?
Yeah, and he waived my fines and my classes.
Okay.
And he gave me fresh.
So, two things. One, it is the Goodyear judge. So it looks like this warrant was issued in June of 2024. So if all of that happened after June of 2024 and you think this warrant probably should have been quashed or you think this is all taken care of, it's the Goodyear judge that has to get that all cleared up in their system. So either go to court on the you can try to contact the Goodyear court before your hearing on the 24th. You could go there. Their phone number's in your release paperwork. You could give them a call. It is possible that they might look in their system and say, oh, you're right, that's all taken care of. You don't have to come back to court on the 24th. But if you don't that, then make sure you go to court on the 24th and get it cleared up then. And even if you call them and they say it looks like it's all cleared up on our end, unless you get something in writing from the Goodyear court that says your hearing on the 24th is canceled, still go to court on the 24th, because if this is all some mistake and you don't go to court on the 24th, that court could issue a warrant when you don't appear. And so I don't want to see you back here on a second warrant if there's no need for you to have to be here at all in the first place.
Yeah.
So try and give them a call if you want to get it cleared up beforehand. But if you don't get something in writing saying you don't have to be in court on the 24th, go on the 24th, and hopefully you can get it all cleared up then.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Aiden Burkheimer, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Quaren Eglund, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Will you pull your arms out for me and then give me your name and date of birth?
Aiden James Burkheimer, 12/14/1995.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burkheimer. You are here on an arrest warrant issued after a direct complaint was filed. A direct complaint is a written document that alleges new allegations against you. The allegations in that direct complaint are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Okay. I've appointed a lawyer to defend you against those allegations. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 18th and then a preliminary hearing the 22nd. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance on that warrant. It means you would be released from custody. You wouldn't have to post a bond. Upon release, you would be ordered to get yourself to both of those next court hearings, and you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Okay. Do you understand those conditions and agree that you'll abide by them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Burkheimer. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Amara Harrison, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Jose Rodriguez, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Emma Harrison, October 16th, 2002.
Thank you very much. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the Arrowhead Justice Court. It looks like the underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor theft allegation. Because this is a misdemeanor matter, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. So what that means is if you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you'll have to hire a lawyer at your own expense. Your next court hearing in this case will be an arraignment hearing September 23rd. It will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the Arrowhead Justice Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, so you would get out of custody. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to the Arrowhead Court September 23rd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Once you are out of custody, you would also be ordered not to have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses of that theft allegation, if there are any and you know who they are. You also could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Ms. Harrison, and agree that you'll abide by them?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Quaren Eglund, if you would work your way into the courtroom, please. Sean Golden, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Kieran Eglund, and it's 11/10/93.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eglund. I apologize for getting your name wrong. Okay, you are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of failing to stop on police command and 1 count of driving on a suspended license. They are both misdemeanor allegations. Because these are misdemeanors, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you want to have a lawyer defend you against these allegations, you will have to hire a lawyer at your own expense. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing September 24th. It'll be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, so you would get out of custody and then you would be responsible for getting yourself to the Goodyear Court September 24th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then upon release, you would also be ordered not to operate a motor vehicle if you don't have a valid driver's license. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Eglund, and agree that you'll abide by them?
I do.
Thank you very much. You can sit back and get your paperwork. Jose Rodriguez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Jose Rodriguez, 10/24/71.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. You are here on an arrest warrant issued after a direct complaint was filed. A direct complaint is a written document that in this case alleges one new allegation against you. The allegation is dangerous drug possession. It's a class 4 felony alleged to have been committed November 28th of 2023. I've appointed a lawyer to defend you against that allegation. Your next court hearings will be a status conference September 18th and then a preliminary hearing the 22nd. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would get out of custody and then you would have to get yourself back to the Superior Court downtown on the 18th and 22nd at 8:30. Upon release, you would also be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Rodriguez, and agree that you'll abide by them?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You
you.
can sit back and get your paperwork. Sean Golden, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
1177, Sean Golden.
Thank you, Mr. Golden. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the Santan Justice Court. It looks like the underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor criminal trespassing allegation. Because the underlying allegation is a misdemeanor, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer, but you want one, you'll have to hire a lawyer at your own expense. If you have a lawyer, that lawyer can continue to work with you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing September 23rd. It will be at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Santan Justice Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, so you would get out of custody, no bond required. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to the Santan Justice Court September 23rd at 9 a.m. Upon release, you also could not return to the scene where that underlying alleged trespassing offense took place, if you know where that is.
Yep,
And you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription.
absolutely.
Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Golden?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. You can sit back and get your
Thank you.
paperwork. Okay, that concludes the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar. This court will stand in recess until 5 p.m. Please be seated. Good evening. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for September 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of September will apply to all matters on this calendar.
Muy buenas tardes, estas son las comparecencias iniciales de las 5 de la tarde del día 4 de septiembre de 2025. Las órdenes judiciales provistas durante el primer calendario del mes para que se obtengan las muestras de ADN y huellas dactilares también corresponden a estas causas.
This hearing is very specific. I will tell you why you are here and if an attorney has been appointed for you.
Esta audiencia es bastante específica. Le indicaré por qué está usted aquí y si es que se le ha nombrado a un abogado de oficio para que le represente.
I will tell you when and where your next hearing will be.
Le indicaré dónde y cuándo será su siguiente audiencia.
I will also tell you what your release conditions are.
También le mencionaré cuáles son sus medidas cautelares.
If you are eligible for release, please make sure you read through your paperwork. I will not read off every single condition.
Si llena los requisitos para ser puesto en libertad, cerciórese de leer sus medidas cautelares. No voy a leérselas yo para usted.
Because we have a translator this evening, please make sure to wait until he has finished translating before you speak.
Debido a que tenemos a un traductor el día de hoy, por favor cerciórese de esperar hasta que él llegue a traducir antes de que pueda usted hablar.
These are all criminal matters, so I will only ask you for your name and date of birth. Otherwise, you do have the right to remain silent.
Todas estas son causas en materia penal, de modo que solamente voy a preguntarle a usted su nombre, su fecha de nacimiento. Recuerde que también usted tiene el derecho de permanecer callado.
Mr. Let's see. Okay. Mr. Juan Velasquez, please come to the podium.
Señor Juan Velázquez, por favor, pase al podio.
After Mr. Velasquez, we'll see Raymond Peace. Please have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Diga por favor su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Juan Francisco Tapia Velázquez, 24 de enero de 1991.
Juan Francisco Tapia Velázquez, January 24th, 1991. Jose Garcia, court interpreter with CITS.
Thank you. You're here today on a grand jury warrant.
Usted se encuentra aquí debido a que existe una orden de arresto emitida por el gran jurado indagatorio.
It's alleged that you committed in June of 2025 conspiracy, which is a Class 2 felony.
La presunción es de que usted en junio del 2025 cometió el punto acusatorio de conspiración a delinquir, delito mayor categoría 2.
Also, transportation of a narcotic drug for sale, which is a Class 2 felony.
Además, la transportación para venta de droga narcótica, delito mayor categoría 2.
And finally, illegal conducting of an enterprise, which is a Class 3 felony.
Y por último, de manera ilícita, el realizar una empresa, un delito mayor categoría 3.
The grand jury bond is a cash bond for $100,000.
La fianza que ha establecido el gran jurado indagatorio es en la cantidad de $100,000 en dinero en efectivo solamente.
An attorney has been appointed to assist you at your next hearing downtown Phoenix.
Un abogado de oficio se le ha nombrado para que le ayude a usted en la siguiente audiencia que tendrá en el centro de la ciudad de Phoenix.
Your hearing will be September 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Su audiencia se va a celebrar el 11 de septiembre, 8:30 de la mañana.
If you are able to make the bond, make sure you go to your hearing.
Si usted logra depositar su fianza, cerciórese de comparecer para sus audiencias.
If you cannot make the bond, you will stay in custody until the hearing, and the judge at that time may change these orders.
Si usted no tiene los medios para depositar su fianza, usted permanecerá detenido. El juez, en la siguiente audiencia, puede que haga modificaciones a sus medidas cautelares.
All of this information is on your paperwork.
Toda esta información estará en su papeleo.
Please
Okay.
take your paperwork and have a seat.
Tome su papeleo y tome asiento, por favor.
Mr. Fonseca, would you please ask if anyone else needs an interpreter by raising their hand?
Of course, Your Honor. ¿Hay alguien más presente esta tarde que necesite los servicios de interpretación al español? Si puede, por favor, levantar su mano.
Okay, seeing no response, thank you so much for being our assistant today and interpreting for us.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day, you and your staff.
At this time, will Raymond Peace please come to the podium right here in the middle of the room? And then after that will be Aaliyah Mabus Garcia, so please have a seat by the door. And I think we might need some headphones for Mr. Peace. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
One
Is that-
second.
Okay, we'll test a little bit.
I'm not getting volume.
Okay, can you hear now? I know it's a
I'm
little.
not hearing.
Still not hearing anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's see if maybe she can assist.
Must hear something.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
how is that? Are you able to hear
Up a
better?
little higher.
As far as it goes.
I can.
Can you hear now?
Can you hear now when I speak? Are you able to
I
hear?
can barely hear you, seriously.
Okay, I'll be very loud. I will turn up my volume. Okay. Can you hear me at this point?
Not much better, no,
Not
ma'am.
much? Okay. We'll go ahead with, oh, it's Ms. Wilson. Okay, I think I can hear the feedback on that. Can you hear
Yes, I
that?
could hear you a lot better now, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Were you able to hear any of the recording that was played?
I heard some of them, yes, ma'am, but
Okay, so you understand this is a criminal matter, you have the right to remain silent. The
Yes,
only
ma'am.
question I have for you today is your name and your date of birth.
my name is Raymond A. Peace, date of birth 12/10/1949.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation revocation or a probation violation. A petition to revoke your probation has been filed, and it was alleged that you violated term 21D of your probation. I will not read that out to you, but it will be on your paperwork.
Okay.
There is an attorney appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. Because of this type of probation violation, you are not eligible for release today, but you can talk to your attorney about it. This information will all be on your paperwork, so go ahead and take your paperwork and have a seat, unless you have a question.
I will need an attorney.
And there is one appointed for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Their phone number is on your paperwork. Okay. Miss Aaliyah Mabus Garcia, please come to the podium. And then Benjamin Moon, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Aaliyah Ray Mavis Garcia, 12/28/2000.
Thank you. You're here today on 4 matters. The first one is a failing to appear bench warrant, and that is from 1 count of narcotic drug possession, which is a class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia. You had a probation violation hearing back in May of 2023 that you did not attend. So they issued a warrant for your arrest. You already have an attorney in that case. And now your next court date for all your probation matters will be downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. On this one, the bond amount is $2,500, but do not pay that bond amount. Because you also have a Superior Court arrest warrant which alleges new charges. The new charges are from a direct complaint, and they are from February 28th of 2023. Again, it's possession or use of narcotic drugs. When these new charges were filed, you were on felony release. So by statute, you are not eligible for release today. And that's why I told you don't pay that other bond, because they would not let you out of custody. On these new charges, your next hearing is on September 10th at 8:30 as well. So you'll have your paperwork, one for the probation court and one for your new charges. Depending on where you are transported, make sure you let them know, I need to go to the other courtroom too, and you will be taken to both courtrooms. Because you're not eligible for release, you do get a special hearing. It's called an evidentiary hearing. Well, they will discuss that, and that's on September 11th at 1:30 in the afternoon. So after that point, you may be eligible again. Your other 2 matters are both failing to appear, and so those have bonds as well. One is $2,500, and the third one is also $2,500. Those will all be seen together at that same time, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. If you are released after that, you will have release conditions, and they are printed on your paperwork. I have not appointed a new attorney for your existing case because you have an existing attorney, but on the one case where you are being held, I have appointed an attorney for you. So their phone number and contact information is on your paperwork as well.
Okay.
Okay, please pick that up and have a seat. Benjamin Moon, please come to the podium. Mark Martinez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Benjamin Moon, 12/13/91.
Thank you. You're here today on a grand jury warrant. There's allegations of dangerous drug use or possession, which is a class 4 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you at your next hearing downtown Phoenix, September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a cash-only appearance bond set at $10,000 by the grand jury, so this court will affirm that. If you are able to make that bond, make sure you go to your hearing or they will issue another warrant for your arrest. And your conditions of release are all spelled out on your paperwork. Please have a seat. Mark Martinez, please come to the podium. Terry Sego, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
My name is Mark Antonio Martinez. I was born on June 30th, 1996, sorry.
Thank you. You're here today on an arrest warrant because of a direct complaint. So it was alleged that in February of 2017, you committed aggravated driving under the influence. which is a Class 4 felony, and you have 2 counts of that, and the third count is possession of marijuana, which was a Class 6 felony back in 2017. I'm not sure what they'll do with that going forward, but you do have an attorney appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown, and it's going to be on September 5th, so it's tomorrow. And you do have a secured appearance bond set at $4,500. If you can make that bond, make sure you go to that hearing. If you do not make the bond, you will be held in custody until tomorrow, and then after that hearing, that judge can change these orders. This information is on your paperwork. Go ahead and have a seat. Terry Sago, please come to the podium. Rosa Sanchez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Terry Eugene Segal, August 6, 1962.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a failing to appear at your not guilty arraignment, which was in December of 2024. So you already have an attorney in your case, but now you have a new court date. It will be downtown Phoenix on September 8th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a cash-only appearance bond available to you at $2,500. If you can make that bond, make sure you go to your hearing. If not, you will stay in custody until the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Rosa Sanchez, please come to the podium. Colleen Joyner, have a seat by the door.
Hi.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Rosa Sanchez, 101402.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 matters. They are all probation violation warrants. So your next hearing for all 3 will be on September 11th at 8:30 downtown. You will have an attorney appointed to assist you. It was alleged that you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your probation. And you do have a secured appearance bond available in each of your matters. When I added them together, it came to $1,750 total. That's your total secured appearance bond. If you're able to make that bond, go to your hearings, but more importantly, even call your probation officer when you are released. If you're not able to make the bond, you will remain in custody and transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. This is all on your paperwork. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Colleen Joyner, please come to the podium. Stephen Poole, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Keelan Joyner, 06-2298.
Thank you. You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There's allegations that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set at $500 for this new charge. If you're able to make that bond, please call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. Your second matter today is a probation violation warrant. So a petition to revoke your probation has been filed, and it alleges that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing downtown Phoenix is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for that probation matter at $750. So together that's $1,250 secured appearance bond. If you're able to make that bond, make sure you go to your hearing, so keep both sets of paperwork and call your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay? It's on your paperwork. Please have a seat. Stephen Poole, please come to the podium. Tyrell Gatewood, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Stephen Poole, 1/16/1993.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 matters. All 3 of them are probation violation warrants, so you have 3 cases. It's alleged that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. On your warrant, an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your revocation arraignment, downtown Phoenix, September 11th at 8:30. And it appears that they're each requesting $250. So altogether, that's $750 secured appearance bond. If you're able to make that bond, please call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you cannot make the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to the hearing. Okay, it's on your paperwork. Please have a seat. Tyrell Gatewood, please come to the podium. Brian Chavez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Tyrell Gatewood, 5/24/99.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. It was alleged, okay, we should have had you at the bottom. It was alleged that you failed to register under 133821A. This was back in April of 2024. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix, September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a grand jury warrant of $500 cash only. So if you make that, make sure you comply with the laws that apply to you and go to your hearing. If you cannot make that, you will stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Okay, this information's on your paperwork. Please have a seat. Brian Chavez, please come to the podium. Nicole Landrum, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brian Chavez, 3/29/74.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant for a direct complaint. What that means is you were arrested a long time ago, but now they've put in the charges. So these are based on October 31st, 2024, aggravated driving under the influence. And it looks like there's 2 counts. It's a Class 4 felony. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing will be September 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. There is a secured appearance bond set at $500. If you make that bond, then be sure to go to your hearing, contact your attorney. If you cannot, you will stay in custody until the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders.
Okay.
Please have a seat. Nicole Landrum, please come to the podium. Kyle Hobart, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Nicole Landrum, August 14th, 1988.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. There is an attorney appointed to assist you in your case, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you. It's $500, and included in your release conditions, if you're able to make that, is that you must take all the medications that have been prescribed.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
That 500 is a little too much. Can we lower it down and drop it?
So it's a secured appearance bond, ma'am, so you can use a bail bondsman if you're not able to pay the full amount.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Please
you.
take your paperwork and have a seat. Kyle Hobart, please come to the podium. Sal Mungia, have a seat by the door.
Hey.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Kyle Hobart, January 4th, 1988.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $500. If you make that bond, make sure to call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If not, you will be held in custody until the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders.
Okay.
Okay, please have a seat. Sal Mungia, please come to the podium. Desiree Gomez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Sal Mungia, 11/20/2004.
Thank you. You're here today on a failing to appear bench warrant. You did not go to your probation disposition hearing. I looked at your case and you had gone to everything up until the very last one. So because you have failed to appear, you do have an attorney in your case. Your next hearing is a disposition hearing. It will be September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and there is a secured appearance bond set for you at $500.
Okay.
If you make the bond, make sure to call your probation officer and go to the hearing. If you cannot, you'll stay in custody and be transported to the hearing.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. I know the right to remain silent, but I did a relapse, so that's why I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, but I did a relapse because I have a drug problem. But thank you.
Good luck. Desiree Gomez, please come to the podium. Charles Cole, have a seat by the door.
Hello.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Desiree Gomez, 8/10/92.
Thank you. You're here on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 3 and 7 of your probation.
I have a question.
1 moment.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go first, and then you will have a chance. Okay, so an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond at $500. If you can make that bond, go to your hearing and call your probation officer. If you cannot make the bond, you'll stay in custody, and the next judge may change these orders. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What if I'm under state mental state COD, because I'm on a mental health thingy with the state right now for SMI, to where I gotta get this injection on I think the 9th, and then I have rehab for my PO. I talked to him yesterday. I didn't know I had a warrant. It's because I got picked up by COD on the 5th, the day that he issued my warrant. I got picked up, so I wasn't able to call him. And then yesterday, I thought I was on good terms with him, to where I didn't know I had a warrant for my arrest. And then I talked to him yesterday because he told me I wouldn't violate if I wouldn't got treatment, and I have treatment next week on Wednesday, and that was the day and so yesterday I didn't know I had a warrant at all, so I didn't know I was going to jail. So is there a way where I can have proof of not going to jail to show that I'm under the state mental health thingy where I couldn't call him? And Terrell has my probation officer's information, and he didn't warn me that I was going to get violated or anything. All he kept texting me was go get treatment. So I finally got a facility for the treatment, and I barely talked to him yesterday, but he never warned me about any he didn't warn me about any violation. But at the time I wasn't here. I was in the mental facility, and I have the documents of it saying that. So that's why I was shocked this morning when they picked me up on a warrant when I didn't know.
So, ma'am, I can't tell you why he didn't tell you. Also, he did not put any notes in your APETS system so that I could review that. So as far as I know, you have a valid probation violation that needs to be addressed. So you'll be held in custody until the hearing, and it would be a good idea to talk to your lawyer. So the lawyer phone number will be on your paperwork, and the next judge about your mental health case, because that is very important.
Yeah, because if I don't get that shot and they know I'm in jail, they're gonna come get me right after I get out of jail and send me back to that mental facility. So I was wondering, and then my PO knows about my mental health thing with the state or whatever. I don't know what COD is, but that's something that I have to get this mental shot or whatever it is. So I want to make sure I don't end up back over there after I get out.
So you have your attorney's phone number on your paperwork?
Yeah.
Give them a call and talk to them about this.
Okay, so I'm not getting released today?
Not unless you can make the bond.
Okay.
Okay, please have a seat. Thank you, ma'am. Charles Cole, please come to the podium. David Garcia, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Charles Cole, 7/15/1986.
Thank you. You're here today for a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 1, 2, 9, and 15. So there is an attorney appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You have a secured appearance bond set at $250. If you are able to make that bond, then please go to your hearing and contact your probation officer within 72 hours. If you are not able to go to that hearing, if you're not able to make the bond, you will be transported to your hearing, and the next judge can change these orders.
Can I have a
Yes, sir.
quick minute? Okay, so I'm very, very adamant about having my freedom. My life is everything to me. I have children, I have a family, I run a business. Since 2017, I've been on probation. I've passed 6 polygraphs. I completed treatment in 2021. I've been having a stable residence this whole time, present in my kids' lives. I'm currently in the process of a PCR, and if that...
I did see that in your case because I did go back through and look up, and I did see that you have been corresponding with the court. Yes.
I feel like, I know this is the process, but this is a very invalid warrant, and like you've seen it, I filed. I've never missed a court date or curfew, and I'm not a flight risk. Just wanted to know if there's a way I can be OR'd instead of paying $250. I've been forced to live in a group home with bed bugs, fights, drinking.
Do you know why you're here today, sir?
I do.
Okay, because it's from law enforcement report. They stated that you failed to provide passcodes to the devices, and then they were seized.
Those were not mine.
Okay.
It was in a home that I'm not on a lease. I don't own. The home that I have, I'm not being permitted to go home. I own a home in Maricopa. I've been made to live in a group home. Then I was able to...
Okay, and I actually need to stop you because you are talking about the underlying merits.
Yes.
So what I have here is a law enforcement report.
Yes.
About today.
Today, yes.
Right, about today. And what they've reported about today are violations of your probation.
Okay, so they said I had it in my possession, devices. I never had any devices in my possession that I was not supposed to have. They gave me a reconnect phone from for probation, but the iPhone, the iPad, and like another broken phone or something like that. I have children. They're teenagers, and it's not mine. Like the home that I live in, I live with family members, so it's not my home. It's not those. Okay. It wasn't in my. They didn't take them off my body. Didn't take them on my car.
Right.
You know.
Go ahead and have a seat, and if you are okay to wait, I will look into your matter again. Okay. I don't know if it will change, but I will take some more time. So if you'll have a seat, you will come last.
I will wait. I will appreciate you. Did you see that there's an affidavit from the underlying victim? Yes. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Mr. Garcia, please come to the podium, and after that, Alejandro Rodriguez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
David Garcia, 324-84.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you at your next hearing downtown Phoenix, which is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $100. If you can make that bond, you will be released, but you need to call your probation officer and attend that hearing. If you cannot make the bond, you will stay in custody. The judge at the next hearing may change all these terms. This is on your paperwork. Go ahead and pick that up and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. You have 2 cases. I apologize. They're almost the exact same.
Yeah, they are the same.
The other one is $50.
Yeah.
So it's $150 total, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Mr. Rodriguez, please come to the podium, and then Roxanne Camacho, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alejandro Montaño Rodriguez, 06-13-93.
Thank you. You're here today also on a probation violation warrant. It looks like though also you were picked up at the Department of Corrections, La Palma, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm about to tell you has to do with your probation case, but if you still have time remaining, just understand that you would not be released, okay? So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have, the terms that were violated were 6, 7, and 22, and there is a secured appearance bond set at $100. But if you pay that bond, okay, all right. So you'll stay in custody, you'll be transported to your hearing, and then at that time, they can decide what to do with your probation.
Okay.
Okay, it's on your paperwork. Please have a seat.
All right, thank you.
Roxanne Camacho, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Anthony Salazar and Tashwana Begay, one after the other. Please say your name and date of birth.
Roxanne Camacho, 7/29/1987.
Thank you. You're here today for a Superior Court arrest warrant. You had been arrested and then released, and now they have filed charges for an offense in September of 2024, and the allegation is a sale or transportation of dangerous drugs, which is a Class 2 felony, so that's back from 2024. I understand they weren't able to find you, so an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set at $50. So if you're able to make that bond, make sure you make sure you go to your hearing on September 10th. Otherwise, they will issue a warrant for your arrest for failing to appear. This information is on your paperwork. Please have a seat. Anthony Salazar, please come to the podium. And then Tashwana Begay. All right, so for the next two individuals, you actually do have to do a lot of talking because you are in a unique situation.
Yes, ma'am.
It's called a fugitive of justice. Okay. Please say your name and date of birth.
Anthony Salazar, 10/22/83.
Thank you. You're here before court, you were given some paperwork to review on a laminated card. Did you review it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're here today because Colorado would like to have you back, and you have a choice to make it this time. You can choose to demand to have an extradition hearing, which I can set for you on September 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And even though the warrant that I received said no bond, because under Arizona law, if it's pre-adjudication, you are required to have bond. Out of an abundance of caution, I would set it at $50,000 cash only. And then if you go to that hearing, you can hire your own attorney because it's a civil hearing. And after that hearing, if they decide that you need to be extradited, there would be a 90-day period where the governors of both states would need to sign your extradition bond. So extradition warrant, Arizona and Colorado. Or you can waive your right to the extradition hearing. And if you waive your right to the extradition hearing, you'll be held non-bondable for 30 days starting tomorrow to give them an opportunity to come and pick you up. If you do that, there won't be another hearing. There's no bond set, but they only have 30 days, and after that 30 days, you would be released. So your choice is, do you demand to have your extradition hearing, or do you waive your right to an extradition hearing?
If I waive my rights to that extradition hearing, do I,
You would stay in custody for 30 days, and that would begin tomorrow, as long as you don't have any outstanding Arizona cases. If you have any outstanding Arizona cases, those would need to be resolved first, and then your 30 days would start.
I'll be able to see through Arizona, like you said, I'll be able to have a bond then?
If you waive...
If I do waive?
No bond. If you waive, you're held non-bondable.
I mean, for any other, say, charges that were to come up through Arizona.
So the 30 days only runs when there's nothing happening in Arizona. So if any other charges came up in Arizona, they would restart your 30 days and at the conclusion of your Arizona case.
Arizona does give bonds, or?
Yes.
Okay. I'll waive it.
Okay, so if you want to waive it, I have to read you some more questions, or ask you. Did you read that waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes, I'm kind of not too well at reading, but yes, I have.
Okay, so do you understand that you do not have to sign the paperwork?
I do understand.
Do you understand that you have a right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand you have a right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand you have the right to demand a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand you have the right to bail, and in this case it would have been $50,000 cash?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication within the last 24 hours?
No.
Okay. I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I am also going to sign it. I will direct the sheriff's office to notify Colorado that you are ready to return. Colorado then has 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there's local charges pending. And if there are, the 30 days will start at the conclusion of your local case. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign the paperwork. Sign. I think it's signed. All right, and then if you'll step over here, sir, there's a signature pad for you to sign.
So I just make two signatures. Try to sign as legibly as you can.
Can I pull it
Yeah,
down
you
here?
can pull it down. I'll let you know when to, the first one. 1 second. Okay, first one. Did you do it on your end, Commissioner?
I did, that's why I wondered. I'll go back and do it again, though. Yeah, it updated the time again, so. Oh, let me edit it and take out the cash-only business. Maybe that's what's holding it up. Okay, so we're going to say he waives his right. Here. Yes. Okay, try it now.
Okay, go ahead and try again, sir.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna get one more, 1 second. Okay, go ahead, try again. Okay, he's good. I'm just gonna print it and show.
I have right here.
And then go this way. And then I'll bring you paperwork once it's done.
In case somebody else shows me in the window.
Oh.
It all works, so no, it's great. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and at this point, we'll call Mr. Charles Cole back in as well, real quick. Okay, so I reviewed your notes that are in APET. I also reviewed the ISIS docket. I do understand you live in a house in Maricopa with your family and that those items might not have been yours. However, the other things that were included in the notes and what law enforcement said still would constitute probation violations. So I am going to affirm the 250 secured appearance bond because those do exist. That is something the probation judge can change and can, alter any of this. And I do know that you're working on your case, but that would be something to discuss either with the next judge or I have appointed a lawyer for you.
Okay.
So you can take advantage of that. I know you've been representing yourself, but this might be an opportunity where you could talk to a lawyer, the state will pay. So, and get some good advice about how to go forward with your case.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. This is all on your paperwork. Go ahead and please have a seat.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
The violations that...
They're all written in there. All right, Ms. Tashwana Begay, please come to the podium. Thank you. And again, for you, I will be asking you a lot more questions.
Okay.
So, start with your name and date of birth.
Tashana Begay, 10/16/96.
Thank you, ma'am. So you're here today because New Mexico wants you back. Before court, you were given a warrant on a laminated card. Did you read that paperwork?
Yes, this one?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so now you have a choice to make at this time. You can demand that you have an extradition hearing, which is a civil hearing, and demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of Arizona and New Mexico. If you do that, I would set the hearing for September 15th, and I would set bond down at $50,000 cash. And the reason I would do that is because they asked for no bond warrant, but under Arizona law, everyone is entitled to bond. And so, well, almost everyone is entitled to bond. In your case, you would still be entitled to bond, and that's why I set it at $50,000 cash. So your choice is you can hire your own attorney or represent yourself at an extradition hearing and then demand that a governor's warrant be signed. They would have 90 days to do that, and the governors of New Mexico and Arizona would both have to sign it. Your hearing would be September 15th. Or you can waive your right to that hearing, which means that you would be held in custody beginning tomorrow for 30 days. So you wouldn't be released today, but the 30 days would start tomorrow, and there would be no bond and no hearing. And if New Mexico does not come and pick you up at the end of 30 days, you would be released. But most likely they will come and pick you up because they confirmed the warrant. So would you like to demand your hearing, or do you want to waive your hearing?
I'll waive my hearing, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask you a few more questions just to make sure. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand you have the right to demand a governor's warrant be signed by the governor of Arizona and New Mexico?
Yes.
Do you understand you have the right to bail?
Yes.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication within the last 24 hours?
No.
Okay. I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I will also sign it. I am directing the Sheriff's Office to notify New Mexico that you are ready to return. New Mexico will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending, any Arizona charges.
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
If there's no local charges pending, the 30 days will start tomorrow. Do you have any questions?
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to take care of signing right now. If you would like to step over, you can also sign it.
You're gonna need 2 signatures, I'll let you know when.
Okay.
Okay, go for the first one, try to sign as legibly as you can.
While she is signing this paperwork, I'm going to go ahead and read in the house calls for this evening. The first one is Mikhail Bullock, date of birth 10/19/2001. It's a new Superior Court case regarding criminal damage, which is a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist her September 10th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. She has a secured appearance bond of $250 and would be released under supervision with no contact, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime or contact with victim, witnesses, or complainants ordered. Any order of against harassment would need to be obeyed. The other person who will see back of house is Robert Joseph Gerardo, date of birth 9/16/1986. It's a Superior Court grand jury warrant alleging prisoner contraband, Class 2 felony, 2 counts. An attorney has been appointed for him. He does have a hearing downtown Phoenix on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. He's got a cash-only appearance bond of $10,000. If he's able to make his bond, he needs to go to his hearing. Otherwise, he'll stay in custody. Yes. Oh, sorry.
Oh, she's got paperwork.
If there are any changes to Mr. Gerardo or Ms. Bullock's order, they will be reflected in the written document. It's not my intention to return to this recording at this time. The 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar
I gave him 2 of the same ones.
is now in recess.
All right.
Please be seated. Okay, thank you. Good evening. This is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for September 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of September apply to all matters in this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, these are very specific type of hearings. I'll call you in one at a time and let you know why you are here, if an attorney will be appointed to assist you, when and where your next hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what the release conditions are, and bond amount. You all have the right to remain silent because these are criminal matters. I will ask you for your name and your date of birth. These hearings are being recorded and broadcast, so if you have questions, they're probably best for your attorney or the next judge about the underlying issues. Okay. I'll call you in one at a time. The first person can stand here at the podium, and then the second person have a seat right there at the chair by the door. We'll begin with Benny Carvajal. Please come to the podium. And then after that, Rashad Davis, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Yes, ma'am. Benny Carvajal, 9460.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You're here today for a new case. There is allegations that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony, and then driving on a suspended or revoked license, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on September 10th at 8:30 in the morning on these new allegations. Sir, you were already out on what's called felony release, and so because there are new allegations of felony activity, you're not eligible for release today. So there will be information to contact your attorney on your paperwork, as well as the date and time of the hearing I just said. But you will stay in custody until that hearing, and the next judge can change these orders. Go ahead and pick up your paperwork, please, and have a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, so we have three.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait down that table, we don't need these. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Davis. And then after will be Cameron Jackson. Please have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Rashad Davis, September 4th, 1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case where there's allegations that you were trafficking or transporting narcotic drugs, which is a Class 2 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on September 10th at 8:30 in the morning, and there is a cash-only appearance bond set for you today at $250,000, which was the state's recommendation. If you make that bond, you'll be released under pretrial services with electronic monitoring, and there are release conditions. They're written out on your paperwork. If you are not able to make that bond, you will stay in custody until your hearing September 10th, and the judge at that time can make changes to these orders. Your attorney's phone number will be on your paperwork as well.
Okay.
Okay, please pick that up and have a seat. Cameron Jackson, please come to the podium. Vicente Ochoa, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Cameron Jackson, December 5th, 2000.
Thank you, sir. Did you say December 5th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Your Honor.
There's two matters here before the court today. They are bond surrenders. So what happened is the bond company has asked to no longer be your bond company.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be reinstating your conditions of release as they were prior to that. So you already have an attorney in your case. You will have another hearing coming up on your first one, which is the 2024-141161, and that's for the aggravated robbery, theft of means, unlawful flight. Your hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and that $25,000 secured appearance bond is reaffirmed. The same release conditions, including electronic monitoring, still apply. On your other matter, it was a $50,000 cash-only appearance bond, and so that is also reaffirmed. And it looks like they are on the same date, time, and in the same courtroom, your next hearing for both of these. So all the information will be on your paperwork, sir. If you're able to make the bond, of course, go to your hearing. If you are not, you will stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Okay, please have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Going out here, you seat to the left, please.
Vicente Ochoa, please come to the podium. Sophie Tana, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Vicente Ochoa, 07/07/2000.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony, and then intentional or recklessly injuring, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning, and there is a bond set for you at $50,000 secured. That was the state's recommendation, and this court did find it reasonable. If you make that bond, you'll have pretrial supervision, which includes electronic monitoring. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged incident or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. I do understand that that might be your residence, and so if you do make that bond, I have included a court order that you may go back one time between now and your next hearing to retrieve essential items like medication, IDs, that type of thing. I also understand that you have children in common, so because you're ordered to find a new residence and have no contact with the victim, you will need to use a third party in order to have contact with your children. Okay, all of this is included in your court orders. Please read them carefully to make sure that you do not disobey the court order. Thank you. Please have a seat. Sophie, Tona, please come to the podium. Carson, Burton, have a seat by the door.
Right here's the podium, please.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Sophia Tona, February 14th, 1961.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case. There's allegations of shoplifting with artifice, so you concealed it as you shoplifted. This is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Superior Court on September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond available to you at $25,000, and that was the state's recommendation, which this court did find reasonable. If you make that bond, you will be released under pretrial services with electronic monitoring. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, complainants, or co-defendant. Okay, all of this is on your paperwork. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will stay in custody until your hearing. The next judge can change these orders. Please pick up your paperwork and have a seat. Mr. Carson Burton, please come to the podium, and Sandra Johnson, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Carson Burton, 7/26/99.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms of your probation number 1, 5, and 6. On this matter, there is a secured appearance bond set for you at $20,000. On the second matter, it also has a probation violation. This one is a direct complaint. So this was the new warrant on new charges from July 10th, 2024, aggravated driving under the influence of liquor or drugs. That's a Class 4 felony.
Yeah.
So on this direct complaint, an attorney has been appointed to assist you because this is a new case.
Yeah.
Your hearing will be downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning, and there is a cash-only appearance bond set for you there at $5,000.
Okay.
So you have hearings 2 days in a row. I don't know if I told you the first one is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. So your new case is September 10th. Your probation violation is September 11th.
Okay.
If you are able to make these bonds, make sure to call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to the hearing.
Okay.
If you are not able to make these bonds, you will be held in custody until the hearing, and the next judge can change these orders.
All right. Thank you.
Please have a seat. Sandra Johnson, please come to the podium. Anthony Molina, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Sandra Johnson, 8976.
Thank you. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you were driving under the influence aggravated, possibly extreme DUI, DUI liquor with drugs combination, and then DUI with a blood alcohol of 0.08 or more. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did not find probable cause on the extreme DUI or on the DUI with blood alcohol of 0.08 or more. However, the state might still charge that based on the results of their tests, if they took blood or other types of testing. So you do have an attorney appointed to assist you, and your next hearing will be September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a secured appearance bond set for you at $15,000 today, and that's based on your prior DUIs. So if you are able to make that bond, you will have testing. It's random drug and alcohol testing between now and your next hearing. If you're not able to make that bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. The next judge may change these orders. This is all on your paperwork. Go ahead and pick that up and have a seat. Thank you, ma'am. Anthony Molina, please come to the podium. Prokop Tona, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Anthony Molina, March 15, 1990.
Thank you. You're here today for a new case. It was alleged that you were trafficking in stolen property, which is a Class 2 felony, and then robbery, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a secured appearance bond available at $15,000. That was the county's recommendation. This court found that it was reasonable. And you would have a supervised release if you make that bond. You're not to go back to the scene of the alleged incident or have any contact with the alleged victim, witness, or complainant. The other release conditions you can read on your own, but you have a question, sir. Go ahead.
Just to just clarify, secured bond means what exactly?
You may use a bail bondsman.
Oh, okay.
It's not cash.
Okay, and it's just 15,000?
It is.
Okay.
Okay. All of this is on your paperwork. If you're not able to make the bond, then you'll be transported to your hearing, and that judge may change these orders.
Okay.
Okay. Please have a seat, sir. Thank you. Prokop Tona, please come to the podium. Spencer Ellison, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Prokop, 10/13/1956.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed shoplifting, which is a Class 4 felony. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you at your next hearing, downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond available to you at $15,000. If you are able to make that bond, you will be released under supervision with electronic monitoring. If you are not able to make the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to that hearing. If you do make the bond, you do have no contact order conditions, no contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, or co-defendant, and do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. All of this is on your paperwork. Go ahead and pick that up and have a seat.
Is there any way to say something?
Yes, sir.
Because we're husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now at 25:15, and I don't know why I am here. Because I see paperwork, they serve it here.
You don't know why you were here? Okay, let me explain why you were here. So you were arrested at the Costco for shoplifting or assisting your wife to shoplift? That's why you were here. Okay, and I read through the law enforcement report and I looked at the statutes and found probable cause. So if you would like to argue about whether or not you should be charged with that, that happens at the next hearing with your attorney and the next judge. I just tell you why you are here.
I see. But
Okay. Go ahead and take your papers and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Spencer Ellison, please come to the podium. Brenton Tash-Quinn, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Spencer Trayvon Ellison, 4/29/87.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. It looks like it was alleged criminal damage and disorderly conduct. These are both misdemeanors, and normally we don't appoint an attorney. However, there was a secured appearance bond set for you at $2,500 on that matter, and I believe that's because you are still in custody for something else. So that is the bond that's going to be affirmed. So an attorney will be appointed for you at that next hearing about the bond issue, but you would need to hire an attorney to represent you on the underlying charges, or you can represent yourself.
Okay.
You do have a hearing coming up. It's at the Goodyear Municipal Court, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. And as long as that bond is outstanding, you'll be transported there to that court.
Okay.
So I don't believe you would be released even if you paid the bond. So it's, yeah, I just wanted to make sure you understood.
Yeah, I
That was not a
understand.
good idea.
Yeah, I already got sentenced today. I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead and take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Brenton Tashquin, please come to the podium. Caitlin Yazzie, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brenton Tashman, 120302.
Thank you. You're here today for a new case. It was alleged you committed burglary, which is a Class 3 felony, and then criminal damage or tampering, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $2,500 with supervision if you are released. You are ordered not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. I see that you are in Orange today. Are you here on release of some sort?
No, I'm on here on another case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So if you make that bond, make sure you go to your hearing. If you are not able to make the bond, you will stay in custody and then be transported to the hearing.
I got another question. If
Yes.
I got another bond too. If I pay one bond, I got to pay the other bond too. Okay.
Don't pay unless you can pay both.
Okay then. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Cool.
But
Thank you.
that's a good question for your attorney, actually, too, and their phone number will be on your paperwork.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Caitlin Yazzie, please come to the podium, and then Christopher Shelley, have a seat by the door.
Hi,
Hi, please say your name and date of birth.
Caitlin Yazzie, 11/08/1998.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 3 matters. The first one is a Superior Court arrest warrant, and it's a direct complaint. So what happened is you were arrested, and then now you're getting charged later. The incident happened in October of 2022. There's allegations of possession or use of narcotic drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, of dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you in this case, and your next hearing downtown on these new allegations is September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a $50 secured appearance bond set for that case. Your next case is also an arrest warrant, and again, it's a direct complaint, and this one is from September of 2022. Same allegations. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your hearing is actually the same time, same place. And this one, though, has a $1,500 secured appearance bond. Your last matter here today is another Superior Court arrest warrant. It's a direct complaint. And again, it's the same allegations, but it's a different day in September. This one's September 27th, 2022. This one also has a $50 bond. So altogether, it's $1,600 secured appearance bond. If you are able to make that bond, please, okay. So you will stay in custody and you'll be transported to your hearing, and the judge at that hearing can change all these orders. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Christopher Shelley, please come to the podium. Joe Amaya, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Christopher Shelley, May 6, 1989.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your probation revocation arraignment hearing. That'll be downtown Phoenix on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a cash-only appearance bond set for you at $1,000. If you are able to make that bond, make sure you contact your probation officer within 72 hours and attend your hearing. If you cannot, you will stay in custody and be transported, and the next judge may change these orders.
Okay.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Joe Amaya, please come to the podium. Ramiro Flores, have a seat by the door.
Hello, Your Honor.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Joe Amaya, February 16th, 1983.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It is alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation, so an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $550. If you're able to make that bond, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. If you're not, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Ramiro Flores, please come to the podium, and then Hector Vargas, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ramiro Flores, 8/21/2000.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Let's see. It is a direct complaint, which means that you were arrested a while ago, but now they have filed charges. So the offense date is December 20th, 2024, and it was alleged that you were driving under the influence, aggravated, which is a Class 4 felony. So this court has appointed an attorney to assist you, and your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $500. If you make that bond, you will be tested randomly for illegal drug and alcohol use between now and your next hearing. This gives you a chance to show the judge that you can be sober. It's pretty quick, though. Your next hearing is on the 10th, so probably just one test. If you do not or are not able to make that bond, you will stay in custody and then be transported to the hearing.
Okay.
All this information's on your paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Please have a seat. Thank you. Hector Vargas, please come to the podium. Carlos Godinez, have a seat by the door.
Hi, my name is Hector Vargas, 7391.
Thank you, sir. You're here on two matters. The first one is a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and then that you disobeyed or resisted a mandate of the court, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $150. If you're able to make that bond, you will be released under pretrial services. All of this information is on your paperwork. If you're not able to make the bond, you will be transported to the hearing. Your other matter before this court is a justice court warrant, and it is alleging that you have not appeared. So this one says failure to appear in the second degree, which means that you've not appeared twice for your, and this is pre-adjudication. So let's see.
I actually called in.
So hang on, let me tell you the rest, and then you'll have a chance. They're asking for a $500 bond. I believe a $100 bond should be sufficient. Your next hearing is at the West Mesa Justice Court, September 9th at 8:30 in the morning. So West Mesa Justice Court, September 9th, downtown Phoenix, September 10th. And your total bond amount would be secured $250.
Okay. So basically, I did call in on the 17th. I told them I was late. That was supposed to be 14 for the when I got the car crash.
So you tried to go to West Mesa?
No, I called in that I was supposed to be late, but at around that time, I almost got shot by a guy at my Tempe in my apartment.
Oh no.
So by that time, the lady said I didn't have to appear. So I don't know.
Well, they marked you down as absent, failing to appear. So it's really important that you do go in person and get it in writing if they're going to dismiss it. Otherwise, this is still outstanding. It's a valid warrant.
Okay, then,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
then-
sorry that happened to you,
all right,
but, yeah, you have to go and get these warrants taken care of.
all right,
Okay, the information's on your paperwork. Go ahead and pick that up and have a seat.
thank you.
Carlos Godinez, please come to the podium. DeMarcus Bowman, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Carlos Godinez, 11/17/1979.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're here today on two matters. They're both failure to appear warrants. The first one is for July 2025. You did not go to your non-witness violation hearing. So you already have an attorney in this case. This is your probation case. You have another hearing coming up now, September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. And the second one is the same. So on both of them, they have a $100 secured appearance bond. So if you are able to make that, that's a $200 total secured appearance bond. Be sure to call your probation officer on release and go to your hearing. If you cannot make the bond, the next judge can change these orders, but you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing.
Well, what happened was, Your Honor, I was in there and check in or go to the classes or nothing like that because my house got burglarized or got robbed. And I made a police report. They took my computer, my internet, and even my phone. So it's not that I didn't want to comply with anything like that because I just want to get this over with. I mean, I'm already 45 years old. I'm done with this.
And you're close to being off probation, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Right.
ma'am. Like I
So
said,
it's important that you
yeah.
go and just get this taken
yeah, like
care
I said,
of.
that it wasn't that I didn't want to comply, just the circumstances that, but mishaps that happened. And yeah, like I said, I wanted to get this over with. I mean, I'm done. I'm done
Right.
with this. And if I could, I don't know, probably go home and get this straightened out or whatever it is that I need to do. I mean, I'm gonna do it. But like I said, the circumstances I was in, it was pretty tough, and I was tied down. Like, I don't know what to do,
Okay. I understand it's very difficult.
Yes, ma'am.
So, your warrants are active because of not appearing, and there's no motions to quash, there's nothing from your attorney. So, I recommend that you talk to your attorney about your circumstances so they can bring it to the court's attention at your hearing. So today I am going to continue to affirm the bond. So it's $200 secured appearance bond.
Sure.
If you're not able to make it, you'll just stay in custody and be
So I
transported
can't
to
get
the
released
hearing.
from my own cognizance or something like that?
No, sir, not today.
Okay, well,
Thank you for your time, though.
thank you.
Go ahead and take your papers. DeMarcus Bowman, please come to the podium. Richard Rush, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
DeMarcus Bowman, 01/09/1987.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 4 and 15 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your next hearing downtown Phoenix, September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond available for you at $750. If you're able to make that bond, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. If you cannot make the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. All of this is on your paperwork. Please pick that up and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Richard Rush, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Obadiah Reynolds. Please say your name and date of birth.
Richard Rush, May 4th, 1974.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a failing to appear warrant from Santan Justice Court, and it is a second degree, meaning you still haven't gone, and they've tried twice. So this court is going to affirm that warrant. Your next hearing is Santan Justice Court will be on September 9th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond available to you at $680. If you're able to make that bond, please go to your hearing. I've also included Santan Justice Court's phone number, so if you want to call ahead and be ready for your hearing, you can do that. If you're not able to make that bond today or before the 9th of September, you will be kept in custody and transported to the hearing. All of this is on your paperwork.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Obadiah Reynolds, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Mr. Thomas Clark, and I do understand we have an attorney for that matter. Mr. Reynolds?
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. Go up to the podium and put your water bottle right here.
Thank you, sir.
Hello,
Please say your name and your date of birth.
it's Obadiah Reynolds, Obadiah Joshua Reynolds, and it's July 25th, 1989.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor.
So you're here on a new case, and I did read the law enforcement's report. And the allegation that they provided does not meet the statute. And so I did not find probable cause on the allegation of indecent exposure. There were a lot of other things that were in that law enforcement report that the county attorney may still charge you with, okay? So I want you to understand, you do have a hearing coming up. Your hearing is going to be on September 18th at 8:30 in the morning. And I have appointed an attorney to assist you. I know you said you might want to do that yourself, but just to prepare, you could call them and see what advice they have for you. So go to your hearing September 18th, find out what the county has decided to charge you with. At the moment, I find no probable cause for their allegation of indecent exposure, so you have no release conditions today. You are just free to go in a few hours. They have to out-process you, but you have no release conditions. But please do go to your hearing, or they may issue a failure to appear arrest warrant if you don't go to your hearing. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do you have another question besides that?
No, you said it was September 18th, right?
Yes, sir, and that is on your paperwork.
All right, so it's like, what, couple weeks?
It is, because you're going to be out of custody. So it's up to you to get yourself to that hearing.
Sure, can you give me a ride?
Well, unfortunately, because I didn't put bond on you or find probable cause, I can't. Usually, if there's an issue like that, I can offer pretrial services with bus passes. So you joke, but I like to help. But I can't do it in this case.
No, I was messing around because I be having an issue get bus passes and whatnot. And like,
I understand.
So, yeah.
You may want to check out any resources available to you as you out-process, because they might be able to give you some community resources that could help you with that.
Okay.
Okay, so just be patient as you out-process and call your attorney, go to your hearing, okay?
Okay.
All right, please have a seat.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll wait just a moment and then we'll call Thomas Clark. Okay. Mr. Thomas Clark, please come to the podium. Please say your name and date of birth.
Thomas Clark, 9/11/02.
Thank you, sir. And I believe you have an attorney appearing as well. Would you like to announce?
I do.
Oh, it's not on. Okay. You're muted, sir?
Good evening, Your Honor. Woody Thompson on behalf of Mr. Clark.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we're here today because of a Superior Court grand jury warrant. It alleges or has found 4 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, which is a Class 2 felony. So this court doesn't find probable cause. That's up to the grand jury, and that is what they have found. Did you want to be heard, sir, on the grand jury warrant?
Yes, Your Honor. Briefly. So if I have limited information from the court, but I was retained on this case back in December of 2021, and looking at one of the documents that was provided for me, it lists the offense date as November 23rd, 2021. At the time, Mr. Clark was an 18-year-old freshman at Arizona State University. He was contacted by ASU Police Department. He promptly hired me. I sent a letter to the county attorney's office indicating that if any charges were brought out of this investigation, that I would accept service, and listed all the reasons that a summons would be appropriate versus a warrant. Among those reasons are Mr. Clark is now 22. He's lived in Arizona nearly his entire life. He was born and raised here, having gone all the way through high school and then to ASU. He did go to a year at Portland State. He's back here. He lives in a house with 2 roommates. He works at a job that he loves at a game shop. He has no prior criminal history whatsoever, nothing since. And I did see that the bond was set at $150,000. And I know that Your Honor is familiar with all the different rules and reasons for bonds, but there is nothing about a $150,000 bond that will either, one, protect the community or do anything more to secure his appearance. He's been here. I reached out to the county attorney. If he was a risk to the community, I would think that they wouldn't have waited almost 4 years to charge him, or 3.5 to charge him. So respectfully, I would ask for a much more reasonable bond. His parents are out of state currently, but are working on getting back to Arizona so that they can indeed talk about posting a bond. So I'd ask Your Honor to consider reducing this bond that is much more that's necessary to secure his appearance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. So I do understand your attorney's arguments, and they are in alignment with what would normally be very persuasive in a bond hearing like this if these had been new charges. However, because it is a grand jury warrant, this court does affirm grand jury warrants. We can't see what the underlying facts are. Unfortunately, I can't even see whether or not you filed that request for a summons instead of a warrant. So it's not part of our record here. We are just sent the warrant. And so we do need to affirm that $150,000, and it is a secured appearance bond. And it does come with release conditions based on the allegations. So those are to have no contact with any alleged victim, witness, or complainant, no contact with minors. Also, which I'm concerned about a little bit, but perhaps you can work this out with your attorney, you're not to have access from the internet except for work and pending legal cases. So that would be that restriction. You're not to possess drugs without a valid prescription or drive without a valid license. You would need to surrender a passport if you have one at your next court date, and obey any terms of an order against harassment if there is one that's out there issued against you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. If you're able to post bond prior to that hearing, then you need to follow those conditions of release. If you are not able to post bond prior to the hearing, you'll be transported to the hearing, and the judge at the next hearing may change all of these release conditions, including the bond amount. And of course, sir, if your parents are able to make it back and post the bond for you prior to the 11th, they will, release you. So that is, it doesn't have to be today, just so that you understand how that works. And do you have your attorney's phone number so that you can talk with him? Okay. Maybe I could write that down.
Yes, I'm going to give, Thomas, I'm going to provide the office line. This office number is on the legal collect call list, so it already has money on it, and I can take your calls and they won't be recorded. Okay, you ready, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
602-510-9999.
602-510-9999.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'll just... Okay. So that is all the information. It will be written out on your release document, and that will also be uploaded into ISIS, into this case. You will need to file another appearance because here at the initial appearance court, we're not a court of record, so you actually have to file one with the court clerk. We just have courtroom, we shouldn't say just, we have amazing courtroom assistants who help us, but they are not court clerks. So you will have to do that. Is there anything else you would like to say, Mr. Thompson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Since you had an attorney representing you, I recommend you don't add anything, but you can now call them with that phone number from these phones. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Derek Orr, please come to the podium. Please say your name and date of birth.
Derek Austin Orr, 03-19-2000.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a bench warrant, which is failing to appear for your probation revocation arraignment. Because of the underlying charges, that is why you're here last, but I will not read them all out to you. You do have an attorney already in that case, in your probation revocation arraignment.
A public defender, correct?
Right,
Yes.
yeah. So your next hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and you have a cash-only appearance bond set at $25,000. If you're able to make that bond, you're not to have any contact with any alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, call your probation officer within 72 hours and all the other standard conditions. If you cannot make the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Okay, and let me just double check. I see that you are all in orange. Are you in custody for some other matter? Okay.
They changed me out.
All right, I just wanted to double check in case I needed to let you know, don't pay, because you're not getting out anyway.
Correct.
So, yeah.
I got a quick question. That's the cash only bond. You said it's $25,000. Can I go through bond companies for that? Or
you can try. It's much more difficult, but you can still try.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Please have a seat. Thank you, sir. We do have several other people who are going to be back of house. It looks like Mr. Christopher Caldwell, date of birth 12/16/1988, is a new Superior Court case, robbery, class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney for his next hearing downtown Phoenix, September 10th at 8:30 in the morning. He does have a secured appearance bond for the first matter at $20,000. That was recommended by the county attorney. His second matter is a probation violation. It's term 1 probation violation, and based on the severity of that, an attorney has been appointed to assist him. His hearing will be September 11th at 8:30, and he has a secured appearance bond of $5,000. So together, that's a secured appearance bond of $25,000. If he makes that, he should call his probation officer and attend his hearings. The next person is Melissa Loftus, date of birth 4/27/1973. She's here on a probation violation warrant. It's alleged she violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of probation. She has an attorney appointed to assist her at her revocation arraignment on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and her secured appearance bond is $150. Also, she would need to call her probation officer if she is released. And the last person is Rafael Cruz, who has a grand jury warrant. There are allegations of aggravated assault against a correctional employee, which is a Class 5 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist him. His next hearing is September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. That grand jury bond was $25,000 cash only, so I will inform him of that. If there are any changes to these 3 individuals' orders, Caldwell, Loftus, or Cruz, they will be reflected on the written documents. It is not my intention to return to this recording. The 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar is now in recess until 11 p.m.
September 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that was given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I will call you each one at a time to the podium. I will let you know what you are here for, if I've appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we could start with Eric Hartwick to the podium and Geisen Jones to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Eric Hartwick, January 16th, 1982.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. The first one is for new charges. The second one is a grand jury warrant. So your new charges are for 2 counts of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you in this case. You're going to have a couple of hearings in this case. You're going to have a status conference September 10th at 8:30. An evidentiary hearing September 11th at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. Your grand jury warrant that was issued, this relates to an offense date of January 4th, 2025 and February 18th, 2025. And it is for 1 count of theft, Class 3 felony, 2 counts of burglary, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney in this case as well, and you'll have an arraignment hearing September 11th at 8:30. So you do have 4 hearing dates coming up. 2 of those hearing dates are on the same day. One's in the morning, one's in the afternoon. On the grand jury warrant, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $40,000. However, on your new charges, you were out on felony release on a different case at the time of this offense, so you're not eligible for bond on your new charges. The hearing set on September 11th at 1:30, that's the time set to determine if bond will be set. So even if you were to post the bond on the grand jury warrant, you would not be released until you find out on September 11th at 1:30 whether or not bond's going to be set on your new charges.
And we're not able to find out until then?
You won't find out until then. That's the time set for you and your attorney to present evidence to the court to determine if they're going to set bond on the new charges. So you'll remain in custody until at least that September 11th at 1:30 hearing.
Okay, because they had allowed bond before on it, and I had bonded on it, and then the case was, it didn't go away, but they didn't file after that?
Are you referring to your charges from June of 2025?
No.
Or are you referring to the grand jury warrant?
From the grand jury one.
Okay.
So I was bonded out on it before, but the case was never filed after that, so.
As far as the grand jury warrant goes, it does look like they recently filed that. That was September 2nd, 2025. So you may have been arrested at the time or near the time of those offenses and they didn't file. Since that time, they have filed on those. But that's not what's keeping you in custody. It's the new charges from tonight. You were out on felony release from another charge you have pending from June of this year. And anytime you are out on felony release, if you're picked up for a new felony, then you're automatically non-bondable under the law. And so that's the case that's keeping you here in custody until at least September 11th at 1:30.
Okay.
Okay? Anything further, sir?
So then,
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Jones to the podium. Mr. Mohammed to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
It's Geisen Dakari Jones, 7/11/78.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 3 cases. The first one is a new case, and then you're also on probation in 2 cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of robbery, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of a prescription drug violation, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. And then your probation cases, it's a Term 1 violation anytime you're picked up for a new offense. So you're here on a Term 1 violation for each of your probation cases. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you in all 3 cases, and you will have 3 hearings coming up 3 days in a row. You will have a status conference September 10th at 8:30. You have a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. On your new charges, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. However, in your probation cases, you are non-bondable. So even if you were to post the bond, you'd remain in custody until at least that probation revocation hearing on September 11th at 8:30. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed to the podium. Mr. Rodriguez to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Abdullah Muhammad, May 10th, 99.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 4 cases. You have a new case, which is for 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. And then you have 3 failure to appear warrants that were issued for you, and we'll go over each of those cases. On your new case, I am going to find probable cause and appoint an attorney to represent you. And I'm going to give you some hearing dates, but first I'm going to go over your other cases. 2 of the failure to appear warrants that were issued for you related to probation cases. You failed to appear at probation hearings. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you on those cases and set a probation revocation hearing on September 11th at 8:30. That's for 2 of the failure to appear warrants. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200 in each of those probation cases. You also have another case that you had pending charges. You have a narcotic drug possession and a dangerous drug possession case that you failed to appear at a hearing for. I'm going to affirm the attorney on that case as well. And then you're going to have a status conference September 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. Both of those dates apply to both your new charges as well as the pending case for the other drug charges. And on the failure to appear warrant, you have a bond of $500. However, on your new case, because you were out on felony release, you're not eligible for bond on your new case. You're going to have an evidentiary hearing on September 11th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's the time set to determine if bond will be set on your new charges. So although 3 of your 4 cases you have a bond, even if you were to post that, you would not be released until you have that hearing on September 11th at 1:30 and find out if bond is going to be set on your new charges.
Okay.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes, it's just a failure to appear. I was just recently here and I bonded out on 2 days ago. And then I got picked up. When I got picked up, they said that I had I didn't go to court. But on my release, when I bonded out, they said I have court on September 5th. And then the pending charges, I didn't know that. When I got released, I didn't have nothing about the court dates or nothing like that. And then my court date, they said it was on September 3rd, and then this day was September 4th. That's So I was confused, how come they didn't let me know when I was getting released that I had court,
So the case where you had pending charges for drug charges, you were before me on August 19th, 2025. At that time, I gave you the hearing date of September 2nd, 2025. You failed to appear at that hearing, and as a result, the warrant issued for those charges. Let me take a look at your probation cases. On your probation cases, it looks like you were before the court on August 16th. Again, that was also me, and you were given a hearing for a probation revocation hearing on August 22nd. It looks like a request to continue was filed, and let's see what happened. It looks like you failed to appear at the August 22nd. Your attorney appeared, and they continued the hearing, but then you failed to appear again in September, and as a result, a warrant issued on both of your probation cases.
I understand that, but the thing is, when I posted, posted bond, like, it wasn't on my paperwork that says that I had court the following those days. It only showed me that I had court for my probation violation on September 5th.
And so I'm looking at the paperwork that I provided to you when you were before me on these cases, and it does have the dates that you failed to appear at. And what's keeping you non-bondable is because when you were picked up on these arrest warrants, you were found with an additional substance and being charged with another charge. Yeah. So that's what's keeping you in custody and non-bondable. So again, even if you post those other bonds, you're going to remain in custody until September 11th. But everything in my records do indicate that I provided you the dates that you failed to appear at, okay?
I understand that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Salvador Rodriguez to the podium. Mary De Los Santos to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Salvador Emilio Rodriguez, 10/6/1984.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you failed to appear at a hearing for a pending case related to taking or making contraband in a prison.
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you and set a status conference September 12th at 8:30. You do have a cash bond in the amount of $5,000. Okay. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and then you'll need to ensure you attend your hearing. If you fail to appear, another warrant would issue, and you'd forfeit any bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I was just hoping to let me out on my own or something. It's because the reason I missed my bond is I had a family member that was very ill, and she was one of my aunts. So that's why, and I ended up missing my court date on that. And I'm just asking. This is my first time ever. I did 20 years in prison, so this is literally my first time. So I'm asking the courts to please reconsider to try to at least give me another chance, so I can prove to the courts and prove to myself as well to do the right thing. But I do have a job. I do have a place to stay. All that.
I do appreciate that information. I am reviewing it. It does look like you failed to appear a year and a half ago. It was from March of 2024.
Yes, ma'am.
And it doesn't look like you've taken any steps to resolve this
case.
Hold on, can I please finish?
Go ahead. Sure.
And it looks like we did have to pick you up from a detention center in another state.
Yeah.
And so because you did not take care of this almost a year and a half after the fact, and that you had left the state without resolving it, I am going to affirm this bond.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep, God bless you.
Mary Del Santos to the podium. Michelle Wimbo to the chair. Can I get your name, date, and birth?
Mary De Los Santos, 6/17/1980.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here on 3 probation violation warrants with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. I do have 3 probation violation warrants. Looks like you have 3 cases that you're currently on probation. 2 of them are from 2024, and 1 of them is from 2025. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000 in each case for a total bond of $3,000. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so take a step to your left. The officer will get you that
Thank
paperwork.
you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Michelle Wimble to the podium. Sarah Weitzman to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Michelle Wimble, 6/7/82.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here on 2 probation violation warrants with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I am appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $300 in one case, $250 in the other, for a total bond of $550. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Sarah Weitzman to the podium and Orlando Garcia to the chair, please. May I get your name and date of birth?
Sarah Weitzman, July 23rd, 1983.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a direct complaint that was filed. It's for an offense date of April 14th, 2025 for 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you, and I am setting a status conference September 10th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess you may not possess drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
So what's happening?
You have a bond of $500. If you post bond, you'll be released from custody, and then you'll need to get yourself to those hearings. If you don't post bond, you'll remain in custody, and they will transport you.
Okay, so I'll go to jail until, is it the 11th?
Your next hearing is on the 10th.
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Orlando Garcia to the podium. Cecilia Rodriguez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
2787, Orlando Garcia.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar, and they're both failure to appear bench warrants. One is for failing to appear related to a probation case. The other is for a failure to appear for some pending drug charges. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you on each of these cases and set a status conference September 10th at 8:30, a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. So you've got 3 hearings coming up in the downtown Superior Courthouse. In your failure to appear for the pending drug charge, you have a cash bond of $250. In your probation case, it's a secured appearance bond of $500.
Okay.
In the event those bonds are posted, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours, and then you'll need to ensure you attend all of the future hearings. If you fail to appear at any of them, another warrant would issue, and you'd forfeit any bond you posted.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Cecilia Rodriguez to the podium. Shania Clark to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Cecilia Margaret Selena Rodriguez, 11/15/94.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you failed to appear at a hearing. It does relate to a probation case you have. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed and set a hearing on September 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You'll also need to ensure you attend all future hearings. If you fail to appear, another warrant will issue, and you'll forfeit any bond you post. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Ms. Clark to the podium. Mr. Knoll to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Shanae Clark, 1/11/89.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on 2 probation violation warrants with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,000 in one case, $500 in the other, for a total bond of $1,500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 24 hours of release. You also need to ensure you attend these hearings. If you fail to appear at any of them, a warrant will issue and you'll forfeit any bonds you posted. Did you have any questions, ma'am? Do you know the name of my attorney? I do not know who they will appoint. I am letting the Maricopa County Public Defender's Office that they need to appoint an attorney, but I'm not sure who specifically that will be. You will find out on September 11th at 8:30.
So I can't call the office before then?
The paperwork is going to have their main phone number in there. Once they get these orders, they may be able to tell you who you've been assigned to, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Knoll to the podium. Ronnie to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Joseph Cannell, 07/23/82.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 4 cases. We have 2 direct complaints that were filed and 2 failure to appear warrants that were issued. So let's go over the direct complaints that were filed. You have a direct complaint with an offense date of November 12th, 2024 for 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. Your other direct complaint has an offense date of September 15th, 2023, and that's for 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, 1 count of narcotic drug possession for sale, both Class 2 felonies, 1 count of dangerous drug possession for use, 1 count of narcotic drug possession for use, both Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I'm appointing counsel in both of these cases and setting a status conference September 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. That applies to both of the direct complaint cases, and you have a $100 bond in each of those cases. It looks like you're also on probation in 2 cases, and you missed a hearing on your probation cases. So I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed, and you're going to have, it's the same date and time, September 10th at 8:30. So you have 2 hearings between all 4 cases. In your failure to appear cases, you do have a bond of $500 in each case. So between all 4 cases, it's a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,200. In the event you do post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, if you'll take a step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Ronnie to the podium and Jacob to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Hello, yes, my name is Ronnie Peter Carrot. April 8th, 1979. It's my birthday.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, 5, 11, and 15. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Did you have any questions, sir?
Yeah, is all those things that you were mentioning, does that mean that that's how many times that things I did wrong, or is that just a list of the things I did wrong or something?
So when you're placed on probation, you're given a list of things that you have to comply with.
Yeah.
Some of those things may include not committing new crimes, keeping in contact with your adult probation department. They have indicated that you have violated your probation by not complying with 4 of those terms within your probation.
I understand.
Okay?
Yep.
Anything further?
No.
All right, if you'll take a step to your left, the office
Well,
will
when's the new court date?
Your next court date is the probation revocation hearing on September 11th.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Jacob to the podium, Robert Lopez to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jacob Mesquita, November 10th, 1984.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I am appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing September 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you post that bond, you will have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Yes, I can pay that bond, but I have no way to contact anybody from in here. I need to be able to contact people, be out to get the bond paid.
So they
But
will
I-
give you access to a phone?
Yeah,
And
like I said, I don't
instructions on how to
have
do that?
anybody that I can call.
If you don't post bond, then you'll remain in custody until your next hearing. Otherwise, you'll have to either contact a family, friend, or a bail bonding company. Anything further, sir?
No.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Robert Lopez to the podium and Tyrone Mann to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Robert Lopez, 5/13/64.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the El Centro Justice Court. It's for failing to pay some fees related to a DUI from 2009. This warrant issued back in 2019. Due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You are going to have an arraignment hearing September 18th at 8:30 a.m. in the El Centro Justice Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear. You do have written conditions of release. You may not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. I've also included the Justice Court phone number in here for you because it does appear that it is only for failing to pay some fines. You may be able to contact them and resolve this.
Yeah.
However, if they don't vacate that hearing, make sure you appear. Otherwise, they'll issue a warrant for failing to appear at that, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Tyrone Mann to the podium. Ramona Espinoza to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Tyrone Mann, 11/23/1978.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for one count of narcotic drug possession and one count of dangerous drug possession, both Class 4 felonies, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. For purposes of today's hearing, I'm not finding probable cause. However, that does not mean the charges are dismissed. The state still may move forward, so I'm still going to appoint an attorney and give you some hearing dates, but you will be released on this case. You will have a status conference September 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing September 22nd at 8:30. If you fail to appear at either of those hearings, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. It'll be just one moment while we wait for a Spanish interpreter. Good evening. Do I have a Spanish interpreter on the line?
Yes. Good evening. I am the Spanish interpreter.
All right. We have 3 cases on the calendar. Are you ready to begin, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can we have Miss Espinoza to the podium, please?
Okay. Sí, la señora Espinosa se puede acercar hacia el podio, por favor.
Good evening, ma'am. May I please get your name and date of birth?
Dame buenas noches. Si nos podría dar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
Buenas noches. Me llamo Ramona Espinosa Serna y nací el 2 de mayo del 68.
All right. 05/02/1968.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a grand jury warrant.
Okay, muchas gracias, dama. Entonces, el día de hoy, usted está aquí debido a que tiene una orden del gran jurado.
The charges include one count of conspiracy, a Class 2 felony.
Ok, entonces estos cargos van a incluir, sería un cargo de conspiración, eso sería una felonía clase 2.
5 counts of organizing or managing a street gang, a Class 2 felony.
5 cargos de estar organizando o manteniendo una ganga o una pandilla en la calle. y esto sería una clase 2 felonía.
One count of conducting an illegal enterprise, a Class 2 felony.
Un cargo de estar administrando una organización criminal, esto también sería una felonía clase 2.
And one count of money laundering, a Class 3 felony.
Y un cargo para el lavado de dinero, que sería una felonía clase 3.
I am appointing an attorney and setting a hearing September 11th at 8:30 a.m.
Entonces vamos a asignar un abogado y la cita para este juicio sería el 11 de septiembre, 8 a.m.
You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $20,000.
Okay. Usted tiene una fianza de comparecencia segura de $20,000.
You have release conditions to include no contact with any co-defendants.
Las condiciones de liberación quieren decir que usted no va a tener contacto con otras personas.
And no contact with any members or associates of any gang.
No va a tener contacto con cualquier acusado o cualquier otro tipo de miembro de cualquier tipo de pandilla.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Todo esto va a aparecer en sus documentos. Pregunto si usted tiene cualquier tipo de pregunta para mí.
No.
No.
If you will step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Ok, usted puede pasar hacia la izquierda, el oficial le va a entregar sus documentos.
Ok, gracias.
Very well, thank you.
Can I have Ms. Rosales Ramirez to the podium?
Rosales Ramírez, si podría acercarse al podio, por favor.
May I get your name and date of birth?
¿Qué se me podría dar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Mónica Rosales Ramírez, octubre 22 del 75.
10/22/1975.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a grand jury warrant.
Muchas gracias, dama. Usted está aquí el día de hoy debido a una orden de gran jurado.
It includes one count of conspiracy, a Class 2 felony.
Sería un cargo de conspiración. Esto es una felonía clase 2.
One count of organizing or managing a street gang, a Class 2 felony.
Un cargo de estar organizando o manteniendo una pandilla en la calle. Esto sería también una felonía clase 2.
One count of conducting an illegal enterprise, a Class 3 felony.
Un cargo de estar administrando una organización criminal. Esto sería una felonía clase 2.
And one count of money laundering, a Class 3 felony.
Y también un cargo por el lavado de dinero, que sería una felonía clase 3.
I'm appointing an attorney and setting a hearing September 11th at 8:30 a.m.
Vamos a asignar un abogado y usted tiene su juicio, sería el 11 de septiembre a las 8 a.m.
You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000.
Y usted tiene una fianza de comparecencia segura $5,000.
You have release conditions to include no contact with any co-defendant.
Sus condiciones de liberación incluye no tener contacto con ningún acusado
and no contact with any members or associates of any gang.
y no tener ningún contacto con cualquier miembro de cualquier pandilla.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Todo esto va a ser incluido en sus documentos. Pregunto si usted tiene cualquier tipo de pregunta para mí.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, ask me your question, ma'am.
Quería preguntarle,
Por favor.
disculpe. ¿Ya?
¿Sí?
Ok, quería preguntarle si cuando estuve, que me trajeron para acá en el 2022, los investigadores me habían dicho que sabían que mi caso, o sea, que no era yo nada que ver en este caso. Quiero saber por qué me están volviendo a jalar por lo mismo.
So back in 2022, the investigators told me that I was not involved in this case. Why did they bring me here again?
You were indicted by the grand jury on January 9th, 2024.
Okay, entonces usted fue acusada por un gran jurado. Esto sería el 9 de enero 2024.
Grand jury cases are sealed, which means I don't have access to any of the underlying information.
Los casos de un gran jurado, estos casos están sellados. Por el momento no tengo más detalles sobre el caso.
The case will be unsealed, and at the next hearing, your attorney may be able to answer that question for you.
Ok, entonces este caso será desprecintado, o sea, se va a abrir el caso y en su próxima audiencia el abogado le va a informar sobre el caso.
Okay.
If you will step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Ok, usted puede pasar hacia la izquierda y le va a entregar sus documentos.
And can I have Mr. Sandoval to the podium, please?
El señor Sandoval hacia el podio, por favor.
Good evening. May I please get your name and date of birth?
Buenas noches, señor. ¿Podría su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Freddy Sandoval Parra. Y la fecha de nacimiento es 20 de marzo de 1996.
03/20/1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a new case.
Ok, muchas gracias, caballero, y entiendo que usted está aquí el día de hoy por un caso nuevo.
One count of burglary, a class 4 felony.
Ok, eso sería un cargo por robo, y esto es una felonía clase 4.
One count of criminal damage, a class 5 felony.
Y también sería un cargo por daños, y esto sería una felonía clase 5.
And one count of possession of burglary tools, a class 6 felony.
Y un cargo por la posesión de las herramientas de robo, esto sería una felonía clase 6.
Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
Ok, ya han encontrado lo que sería una causa probable. Vamos a asignar un abogado hacia usted.
You will have a hearing on September 10th and September 12th at 8:30 a.m.
Usted va a tener una audiencia el día 11 y 12 de septiembre a las 8:30 a.m.
You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500.
Usted tiene una fianza, disculpe, una fianza de comparecencia segura a la cantidad de $25,000.
If you post bond, you have written conditions of release.
Al momento de usted someter esta fianza, usted también va a tener unas condiciones de liberación.
You may not return to the scene of the crime or have contact with any victims.
Usted no puede regresar a la escena del crimen, usted no puede tener ningún tipo de contacto con las víctimas.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Todo esto va a aparecer en sus documentos. Pregunto si usted tiene cualquier tipo de pregunta.
No, creo que está bien.
No, it's fine.
Thank you, sir. If you will step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias. Usted puede pasar hacia la izquierda y le va a entregar sus documentos.
That does conclude our Spanish matters this evening. I do appreciate your assistance. Feel free to disconnect at your convenience.
Thank you for using our services. Have yourself a great evening. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to do one more really quick.
Hello.
May I get your name and date of birth?
Noah Allen Yo Jr., March 25th, 2007.
Thank you, sir. You are here on new charges. It does have an offense date of August 17th, 2025. It is for one count of aggravated assault, temporary disfigurement, a class 4 felony, and one count of aggravated assault with a restricted victim, a class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference September 10th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing September 12th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event you post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You will also have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, witness, or any co-defendants. You may not possess weapons or alcohol. All of that will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No,
Okay.
Judge.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Thank you.
This does conclude our 11 p.m. calendar. We will now stand in recess until 2 a.m.